Okay, look at this. Christmas. Well, oh! Oh! Damn it! Oh! Gonna. No! What's going on, guys? Teen Mechanic here. Today is a new video, of course, on the LTD. I mean, what would you expect? Something else? Something different? Nope, of course not. So if you missed the last video, all we did was really take the timing cover off, and it was two videos blended into one. Valve covers came off, that kind of thing. I mean, I got lots of parts in the mail today, so let's go ahead and open those up before we get into the rest of it. Alright, so actually before we get into the parts, that thing right there is actually a mini sandblaster, 25 bucks. So pretty great deal, actually. Basically, you just hook it up to a compressor, and there's two bottles of sand, and I just thought maybe I'd try it. I don't feel like getting walnut shells or anything else. I'm just going to use the sand that's in there. Yes, I know it can gum it up, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So maybe we'll try that in this video. Engine isn't coming out in this video because I've got a couple things I got to do. But we'll unbox these parts and maybe paint some stuff. Okay, so let's start with the lightest one here. Okay, so a bunch of this. And what looks to be either an upper or lower radiator hose. Let's see. I'm not sure. I really don't know which one this is. It's upper or lower, actually. Looks like it would be lower. Yeah, this is for sure a lower radiator hose. Alright, so in here, that's our new water pump. So let's go ahead and open this up here. This is what we're greeted with. Now, it comes with a gasket, although I'm not going to use that gasket. This thing here is, it's a name brand. I don't remember. It's not like a super well-known name brand or anything, but it's a high-volume water pump. And it was a good deal. So I am going, it was US Motor Works, so this is a good pump. Okay, now these are spark plug wires. Now these were $82, although these are really high quality wires here. So that's good that I got those. Oh yeah. So actually, this is what I like to see in here is where we got all these goodies. Now this looks like an upper radiator hose to me, so that's definitely what that is. Now let's keep that away from the blades. Now here we have our Felpro valve cover gaskets. Yeah, those are good gaskets. Here we've got, I'm not actually sure what this is. Oh, my guess is this is a thermostat. Nope, this here is a distributor rotor. Yep, got a new distributor rotor, so that's good. That's a nice one. It's good, high-quality Motorcraft. I got only Motorcraft parts. Not only Motorcraft, but only name brand stuff. Now, in here, there's our thermostat. That's another Motorcraft part. In here, we've got a Motorcraft oil filter. We don't need to see what that looks like. And this looks like it is an oil pan gasket, and I'm not sure, so we can find that out. And this here is a fuel pump gasket. That is very good. I ordered that. It was super cheap. It was like $1 or less than $1. So that's good. And this here looks like this is a timing gasket set. Now, the only way to find out is to open it. Yeah, this is the timing set. So there's the timing cover gaskets and all that. Comes with cork for the oil pan, but I'm not going to use that because I ordered a new oil pan gasket. That's a new oil pan. That's an end seal. I'm not going to use that because I got a new seal. That is a new sleeve. Oh my goodness, check that out. That's awesome. That's nice that they included that. And look at that, a new Felpro crank seal. Now this is what we're going to be using for that. Now that's awesome. Oh, and by the way, it also comes with this RTV. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put all this crap back in, and then we'll get to some other stuff. Okay, so I have everything back in the boxes over there, and it's actually the next day. So yesterday, I did a lot of work without you guys. I worked on pulling this engine. It actually was a lot of work, but really nothing that you guys would notice. I spent all day preparing this thing to come out. So that is motor mounts are undone, transmission bolts are out, starter is out, manifold, the exhaust manifolds are disconnected from the rest of the exhaust. So this thing should be ready to come out, but I did try yesterday and it wasn't budging anywhere, so that is going to be for another video. But in this video, we are going to get to painting some stuff. So here is the intake manifold. Now, I bought this sandblaster and I tried it, and it's pretty good, although it, you know, I don't want to use it on the intake really, because I just feel like if I get it in all the vacuum places and EGR and whatever, if I get it in there and the engine sucks them in, that would really suck for the cylinders. So, I'm not going to be using this for the time being. I'm going to just use this rotary tool on the intake. So anyway, I just figured I would let you guys know that. And now I'm going to get right on that and start sanding this thing down. But actually, before I do that, I want to show you this here. This is the valve cover, one of them actually, that I spent a lot of time preparing. It's still not done. And I tried the sandblaster on this valve cover in that spot, and it's you know, it does a good job with that kind of thing, so I might use it on that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going on this intake. Okay, so I just realized that, well, not just realized actually, when I was halfway done sanding this thing down to bare metal, I realized that my camera hadn't been recording because the temperature got too high. So anyway, now we're here. So what I'm going to do now, I used a mixture of the wire wheel, a mixture of the sandblaster, which was pretty cool, and and actually no, it was just those two things, and a wire brush, but not much of that. So now it's sanded down to bare metal. I mean, there's tiny little pieces of paint in other little places, but nothing that will hurt it. So I have the top ready to paint, except for masking. Haven't done that yet, which I'm going to do. And now what I'm going to do is sterilize it with alcohol. It's not easy to use paper towel on an intake, but it's actually pretty clean. I'll do it one more time and then we'll paint. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and mask off the places I don't want taped. Places like that are where vacuum fittings go, and EGR valves, and the EGR valve and the carburetor, things like that. Coolant temp sensors, and this is engine metal temperature, so that's what I'm going to do now. All right, look at that. It is all masked up. We have tinfoil in all of the masked, or in all the places that I want masked, like ports. We have duct tape over flat mounting surfaces, and it is masked well enough. So I'm going to hit it one more time with some alcohol, and then we'll hit it with primer. All right, so it is fully sterilized. Let's finally prime it. Now there's a couple of tricks here that you're gonna have seen in well, on another channel. That's the tinfoil in the ports and putting a bin over top of your piece. Now that's from Chris Fix. I watched that the valve cover painting video when it came out, and it stuck with me to put a bin over top of the piece you're working on. I thought that was very clever, and tinfoil, that's just a good trick. So now that's out of the way, and credit is where credit should be. Let's go ahead and paint this now. All right, now once again, this is the primer I'm using. It's Duplicolor, and it's automotive primer. Now the thing that I looked for was self-etching, maximum adhesion, and corrosion resistant. Now I'm not too worried about the corrosion, but I am worried about peeling. Now this is ideal for metal, as you can see, fiberglass and wood, but I don't care. Now it's self-etching, and that's important because this is bare metal, and you need either adhesion promoter or self-etching primer if you're painting on bare metal. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's give it a shot. All right, guys, that's the first coat done. Now, actually, I did actually want to worry about full coverage on this one. Look at that. That went on very well. I have had some trouble with Duplicolor cans in the past, but actually it looks like they've fixed that. But as you can see here, I'm going to wait about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I didn't cover everywhere, but I will when I am done with this coat. I'm going to put maybe 2 coats on. This is pretty thick, so I might put 2. I think I will. Two sounds about right. Now, if you're worried about kind of where it looks darker, that's not dirt. That's, I don't know what that is. I've tried it with the wire wheel to get that, and it just won't go anywhere. But anyway, let's go ahead and wait for this to dry. All right, it's ready for its second coat. All right, guys, now let's wait for this to dry, and then we will paint it. Once again, this is the color. I'm using engine paint. It's a nice color. I like it. I'm excited. It's actually close to that color, but it's not the original color. Once again, I'll show you the original color. That was about that color, minus the fire extinguisher crap, grease, and dust, but it was pretty close to that. But I'm going with this color. It looked a little different in the store, but I'm fine with that. Now, this is very high temperature flame-proof clear coat, basically. It says silica ceramic coating. It's fine. That is what I'm going to probably use for clear coat, because that's the finish I want, and it's high heat. I'm also making sure not to get any paint on this gasket surface or underneath it, but I'm gonna go for a finish of that satin stuff rather than this stuff here, which is just Rust-Oleum. This is the regular stuff. This is even what I'd use on headlights. That is not high heat, but this is, so that's what I'm going to use. So yeah, this is going to be good. So yeah, let's wait on this. And also, I'm putting a bin on it just to keep crap from falling into it. Alrighty then, guess what? It's time for the base coat. Now, this color is actually growing on me. It's very close to that lid. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put on the first coat here. This has been drying long enough, so let's give it a shot. Holy crap. That is crazy. Alrighty then, guys, look at that transformation already. This comes out really fast, so you have to be very careful. It went on thick, very thick in a couple different places, but this is looking pretty good. I'm very, very happy with this thus far. So let's wait. How long does it say? It says allow 10 minutes between coats, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, we're ready for a second coat. It's been nearly 10 minutes, so let's give it another shot. Okay, now this is looking really, really awesome. I am just elated. I don't know, that just looks so great. But 10 minutes later, now we can apply our third and final coat to this thing. Now, yes, I realize you're not going to see any of this because it's on the back of the engine, but I still want to make it look really good. Now, also, it's worth mentioning, I wanted to do an offset. Valve covers and intakes usually aren't the same color. Well, actually, no, usually they are, but when they're not, they look even better. You know, like if you have blue valve covers and a black intake or a silver intake or something like that, something that offsets nicely, and that if the timing cover were blue, the intake were blue, and the valve covers were black or something, that would look pretty good. But anyway, let's go ahead and put on our final coat, and I'll see if I change my mind or something. Okay, I'm satisfied with that, so now let's go ahead and let this dry. Alrighty, we're ready for clear coat. It's been definitely at least maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. So we are definitely ready to go ahead and apply our clear coat, so let's do that now. Okay, so that's our first coat, so let's let this dry for 5 minutes. Okay, let's do this again, give it another shot. Okay, now we'll just wait for this to dry and then give it our third and final coat. All right, let's give it our third and final coat. All right, now that is all I'm going to do for this coat. Now, the can says to do 2 light coats and 1 medium coat, but honestly, this is just so, like, covered that I'm satisfied with how it looks right now. So, I'm done with this. Now, I'm going to move on to the valve cover, and we'll do that in this video. Now, I don't know if I should do blue or black, or maybe leave it this color. If I left it this color, which does look pretty good, I mean, it goes well, then it would look like it's some kind of rat rod under the hood. I think I'm going to go with black. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and coat this with some self-etching primer here. And we'll give it a shot. It's fully sterilized with alcohol. It's degreased. So now we will give it a shot. I've decided to go with black because blue just makes it seem too flashy of an engine, and black, I don't know. I just like the idea of black better. So let's do that. Okay, now while we wait for this first coat to dry here, I thought I'd give you a little interesting, funny tidbit of info. I didn't know that there were Ford logos on these valve covers because of how much grease and crud there was. You can't really see it on camera very well, but right there, there's a Ford logo. And I didn't know that existed because of how much crap was on these valve covers. So I'm actually, you know, happy to see that there is Ford logos there. I like that idea. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wait for this thing to dry, and then we'll give it another coat. Okay, let's give it our third and final coat. All right, now with this last coat dry here, we're going to go ahead and apply our black high heat spray paint. So let's do that now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do our second coat. Okay, we'll give it our third and final coat here. Okay, now actually something interesting about that paint is that it says that priming isn't recommended, and it also says for, you know, fireplaces, barbecues, wood stoves, things like that. But I'm using it on valve covers. This thing isn't necessarily meant for a good, you know, finish, a show finish. And a bug just landed in it. So that stuff is gonna happen. A bug just landed in it, and for people who know me, they know that I have a hard time. I don't kill anything. I don't even kill ants. And a lot of people hate that about me, but you know, I can't kill or hurt anything. So that was really sad. There's no way that thing could have been saved. I tried to save it with a knife, but I mean it lost its legs, so it had to be killed, unfortunately. But that's sad, even though people think there's a million of those out there. But you know. Anyway, now I'm going to wait for this to dry, and I'm going to put some clear coat on it. Okay, let's go ahead and put some clear coat on it. All right, let's give it another coat. All right, now we'll wait for this to level out and dry, and I think I'm going to be done with that. That looks pretty awesome. So anyway, guys, I am going to be done with it. I went ahead and put the stuff over there. Now let me show you the valve cover. I have the intake and valve cover drying over here. Now I'm going to paint all the other stuff off camera. I'm going to paint the top of the radiator, actually the whole radiator except for the fins, and I'm going to paint this valve cover here, which has this sticker on it. We'll see if I can work around that, but probably not, so don't get your hopes up. I might just grind that off, and a couple other things. When I pull the engine out, I'm not sure. I might paint the heads. If I do, they'd probably be black. I'm not sure. You guys would have to let me know what color you want them. I'd probably go black, but I am going to pull the engine out in the next video. I'm going to start doing it tonight. I already have disconnected the exhausts. The transmission bolts are out. Engine mounts are unbolted, so this thing is ready to come out. But anyway, I am going to get out of here for now because my phone is about to die, and it's getting late. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. But let me know in the comment section below how I can improve, and let me know what you want to see. I'm pretty thrilled with this, actually. I am pretty thrilled with this, because, I mean, this is actually starting to shape up. Yesterday, I had some doubts. I was kind of worried, you know, that maybe things were getting out of hand. I bit off more than I can chew, but no, I'm good. This has renewed, my faith. I mean, this just looks so good. I cannot wait until that's on there. I'm going to polish the carburetor. I don't know if there'll be a video on that. Here's Katarina. If you don't follow her, go follow her. Her YouTube channel is Katarina's Garage. She's great. She's got lots of really cool projects on YouTube. She's got lots of old things, and she's got tons of cars, access to tons of cars and tons of videos. It's really awesome. But she commented on one of my recent videos saying that this was possibly a smog pump, and it looks like it could be. I really don't know what it is. Smog pump seems like the best guess so far. I'm also thinking of painting this distributor cap, probably that same blue, and then the distributor base black. And this carburetor here, I am going to see if I can polish this up here. I'm going to see if I can maybe take the wire wheel and kind of shave that down a bit, but I haven't decided yet. So anyway, I am gonna get out of here now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.